Hello, and welcome to my channel. I'm your host, and today we are exploring the Omni Parker House Hotel in Boston, Massachusetts, America's longest continuously operating hotel. This is a place where guests have reported hearing the laughter of Charles Dickens and seeing the apparition of one of its former owners. So, if you like tales of the macabre, stay tuned, because here are the top 10 scariest things about the Omni Parker House Hotel. Number 10. Built over a cemetery. The Omni Parker House was built in 1855 by Harvey Parker. He chose the location specifically because it was the cheapest parcel of land available, which turned out to be over an active African-American cemetery. He didn't bother to move the bodies before beginning construction, and to this day, workers have found bones within the walls while doing renovations. Some believe that these spirits may be the reason for some of the strange occurrences within the hotel. But whether it's the spirits or just an old building settling, there are definitely some unexplained phenomena going on here. 9. Room 345. Room 345 has a very interesting history attached to it. It was the room where both Abraham Lincoln and John F. Kennedy stayed when they were in Boston, and many believe that it's the ghost of JFK that lingers here. One story goes that President Kennedy's brother, Robert F. Kennedy, stayed in the room after his famous brother's assassination. In his grief, he paced the floor back and forth until his shoes were worn completely through. And some say that this is why to this day you can find the imprint of his shoe on the carpet in room 345. There have also been pictures taken in this room that show a mysterious blue orb floating above the bed. Many believe this could be the spirit of JFK himself. Number 8. A message from beyond the grave. On February 26, 1970, the Boston Herald ran a story about the Omni Parker House that said, quote, "Boston's most famous hotel is haunted." After this article was published, the hotel received a letter from a woman named Helen Viola, who claimed to be the ghostwriter of a former hotel owner. She wrote that she wanted to reveal the identity of the ghost that frequented the Parker house. She claimed it was the former owner's wife, Rebecca Parker, who wandered the halls at night. According to Helen, she had seen her spirit in the basement with a lit candle. Helen wrote that Rebecca became a ghost because she felt her husband was cheating on her, and she died of a broken heart before ever finding out the truth. She then gave details on how Rebecca would walk the halls searching for her husband, only to find him in another woman's company. Helen concluded her letter by writing, quote, "I hope this will clear up the mystery of the lady in white." While some may scoff at this story, others believe that it could explain why the ghost of Rebecca Parker still wanders the hotel to this day. Number 7. The ghostly laughter of Charles Dickens. In December of 1867, famed author Charles Dickens came to Boston and stayed in the Parker House. He only stayed for 2 days, but those 2 days were enough for him to become enamored with the city and its people. Unfortunately, he would never return to Boston, as he passed away only 4 months later. Yet some believe his spirit remains, and not just in the hotel. People have heard his laughter echoing around the lobby, and even his portrait seems to move. Some have reported that when they walk by his picture hanging in the hotel lobby, his eyes seem to follow them. There is no scientific explanation for this phenomenon, but many believe that Charles Dickens is simply sharing his love of Boston by haunting the Parker house. Number 6. The ghost of Rebecca Parker. Of course, we've heard the story about the alleged ghostwriter revealing the identity of the lady in white, but we can find other reports of the spirit of Rebecca Parker all throughout the hotel's history. One of the more believable stories comes from the staff of the hotel. They tell of how Rebecca likes to turn up the thermostat in her favorite rooms, usually room 549, so that guests will be uncomfortably hot during their stay. Other times, guests have reported hearing disembodied footsteps pacing back and forth down the hallway outside their rooms. And in a few cases, guests have seen the full apparition of Rebecca Parker herself, walking slowly down the hallway. Sometimes she's wearing 19th century clothing, and other times she appears as a translucent figure, But either way, she seems to be lingering the halls of the Parker House Hotel looking for something or someone. Number 5. Room 1025. Room 1025 is what is known as the honeymoon suite. It's a luxurious room with a spectacular view of the city. But there's a catch. The previous guest may not want you to enjoy your stay. There have been numerous reports of paranormal activity in this room alone. These include doors opening and closing by themselves, lights flickering on and off, and even the television changing channels with no one near it. Some believe that the ghost of the woman who died waiting for her lover to return from war haunts this room, making it impossible for any couple to have their blissful honeymoon. Number 4. The ghostly musician. When staying at the Parker House, you can enjoy live music in the evenings down in the lounge. But what if the music continues even after the band has finished playing? Some guests have reported hearing the sounds of a lone piano being played in the middle of the night. No one is sure who is playing the piano or why, but many speculate that it could be the spirit of a former pianist who used to perform in the hotel lobby. His name was Harry Elms, and he passed away in 1960 after playing the piano for the hotel for nearly 40 years. Some believe that he loved his job so much that he continued to play even after death. Others say that he haunts the piano room looking for the new pianist, perhaps to pass on his knowledge or maybe to take revenge if the new guy isn't good enough. Either way, many have heard the ghostly strains of Harry's piano echoing through the halls late at night. Number 3. Room 113. Room 113 is a standard guest room with a great view of the city. But some people would argue that it's anything but standard. That's because it's also known as the ghost room. If you're looking for a room with paranormal activity, this is the one to book. Aside from the usual hauntings like shaking beds and flickering lights, Room 113 takes it to the next level. For example, there are some reports of guests having their hair styled in the middle of the night, and other guests have woken up to find lipstick smeared across their faces. Whether these occurrences are caused by disgruntled spirits or curious ones trying to make new friends, we don't know. But one thing's for sure, you should keep your toothbrush in your bag if you book Room 113. Number 2. A portrait with a mysterious past. One of the most active areas for paranormal activity is the hotel lobby. And nowhere is this more evident than in front of the portraits that hang on the walls. Many have reported feeling a cold spot directly in front of the portrait of Jonathan Scott, which is rumored to be the ghostliest area in the entire hotel. Others have reported seeing the moving eyes of Charles Dickens, as we mentioned earlier. But perhaps the most unnerving story comes from the portrait of Harvey Parker himself, the man who founded the Omni Parker House. Some say if you stand directly in front of his picture and count backwards from 10, the painting will fall off the wall and reveal the ghastly face of Harvey Parker peering out at you from behind it. While we don't condone testing this theory, it's certainly a creepy idea. And coming in at number 1, the ghost of Jackson Square. If you stay at the Omni Parker House, you can enjoy a fantastic view of the bustling city below. But you may also get a view of the ghosts that reside here. There are many buildings surrounding the hotel, but one in particular stands out. The Tremont Temple. It was once a place of worship, but now it stands abandoned, shrouded in graffiti and boarded up against the outside world. Many believe that the spirits of those who worked and prayed inside the Tremont Temple still remain here, searching for a new home. Because of the close proximity between the two structures, these spirits sometimes make their way into the Parker House, causing disturbances in the rooms closest to the temple. These extraterrestrial intruders shake beds, rattle windows, and even interact with guests. Some believe that these ghosts will continue to haunt the area until the Tremont Temple is restored. Thank you all for watching. That was 10 of the scariest things about the Omni Parker House Hotel. Are you staying at the Parker House anytime soon? Let us know in the comments below if you plan to test out the ghostliest room, Room 113. Also, let us know your thoughts about the ghost of Jackson Square and the abandoned Tremont Temple. We want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel for more scary hotel videos. Until next time, stay safe, stay humble, and above all, stay curious.